Hello everyone. I was just really reading this very sad, sad article. Kai, oh Lord have mercy. Oh no. Hungry dogs attack kill Nigerian woman at friend's house in Italy. After all the stress and everything, you've relocated, and then this tragedy. It's just unbelievable. We say Patricia Masitela, a 27-year-old Nigerian woman, tragically lost her life after being attacked by a pack of starving dogs in Latina, Italy. The horrific incident took place late Monday night while Patricia was visiting a male acquaintance at his abandoned villa in the Lazio region, according to Mirror UK. Neighbors were alerted to the brutal attack by her chilling screams, which pierced the quiet night. Oh Lord, I'm just thinking, what a very horrible way to die. You understand, with so much pain, and only God knows what her mind was going through in those last moments. I know the fear and everything. Kai. Patricia, who had relocated to Lazio from Nigeria, was reportedly unaware that her friend was not at home when she arrived. She was attacked by the dogs and later found in critical condition, lying in a pool of blood with several bite wounds all over her body. It's not even one, not even one dog packed. How did they get to the area? Is that how? What kind of why do you have starving dogs around? Why do you have such stray dogs around that are even able to come and form a pack? If it was one that she has a fighting chance, yeah, it might attack you since it's big, you're hitting it, you're doing this thing. But a whole pack of hungry dogs, how did they allow that? How did they let that be? Why are those dogs starving? They don't have food to give them, or what is it? It's kind. So it's really so sad. And some of these dogs, people are getting them, they can't take care of them. The next thing, they will go and abandon them. Maybe the dog, and you know how these dogs, they litter, they giving birth to a lot of other dogs that they can't, before you know, they're outside there and no one is feeding them. I don't know, maybe probably in Italy they don't really have this much way of taking care of their dogs. I remember when I went to Georgia, Georgia Tbilisi, not Georgia, UK. There were quite a number of dogs, literally all over the city. But if you see them, they were so well fed and so big, and they have this, I think, food, like even restaurant, when you buy it, when they cook a lot. You do this thing, and so they could give them and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, why isn't that something like similar in Italy? Why are you having, even though they say abandoned villa, why are you having so much dogs that are able to form and come and be a pack, to the extent they are attacking someone? Even like in other, I'm just trying to think of other European countries that have been good to do. Do I see dogs on the street? I can't. I'm trying to imagine. I can't do this kind of except that you see dogs with people. Every dog you see, it has a leash, it's with someone, is this thing. But stray dogs, honestly, I'm shocked. God. Police intervened to rescue Patricia, shooting two of the dogs to enable emergency services to reach the scene. The remaining dogs fled after the gunfire. I'm just thinking, all of that screaming, before they were even called the 911, their police, whatever number they used to call the police. Before the police would get there, she was still battling with this, with these dogs. Medics at the site administered emergency treatment and rushed her to Santa Goretti Hospital. Tragically, despite their efforts, Patricia succumbed to the severe injuries and blood loss caused by the attack. Patricia leaves behind a 5-year-old daughter. Oh wow. Leaves behind a 5-year-old daughter, and her sudden death has left her family and friends devastated. Authorities are conducting investigations to determine the circumstances that led to the presence of the starving dogs in the area. Honestly, it's something that really, needs to really be investigated. How did starve? That's what I'm thinking about. How did starving dogs get into this thing? If she had gone on like, she went on a like all this walk that they do, maybe she had gone off a little bit of the bushes and stuff like that. Maybe she had gone through not even a park. What do they normally call this thing? I can't remember. I can't remember the name that they call it. If it was something like that, maybe she had gone hiking. She had gone hiking and then they entered this thing and this happened. You would not say, okay, you will expect to see dogs in those kind of places. But you just went to visit a friend's house and it turns out the friend was not around. Maybe for okay, now all this. Kai. Death is just so this new year that they just started yesterday. Death is just so, there's just this thing about it. It just like, and for me, just like when you see human beings, we really are just like, we don't even know what it is that is going to happen to us in our lives. We just don't know. We're just going about, when she left her house, really she was going to visit someone. Nothing prepared her for the tragedy that she was going to meet. And then this her daughter now. Okay, now the course of the child's life has just changed. Is she there with? Is she and her daughter alone? Because they say left behind. They didn't talk about someone else. Are the family there? Are they going to bring her back to Nigeria? Is the Italian government going to take, this thing of her? Is there going to be any friend there that will be adopting her? Is there going to be, so the questions are so numerous, and then you're wondering, this little girl, what are they going to tell her? That mommy went out and said, oh, I'm coming back, probably I'm going to buy you something, one thing or the, and the mommy never comes back. How do you even explain that to the 5-year-old? When she said, where is mommy, and she's crying for her, what do you tell her? That she has gone to heaven, she's never going to come back? What does that mean to a 5-year-old? What does that translate to? How is she even understanding this whole thing? Honestly, it's just such a tragedy. Honestly, just reading it just makes one feel so depressed, and just like, and sometimes you sit down and you ask yourself, what really is the essence of life? What really is the essence of life? The other day when I was coming back from the airport, as soon as I came back on Saturday. Was it? Yeah, I came back on Saturday. Left London on Friday. BA, they leave by night, and the first thing in the morning they get into Nigeria. And when we were going from the airport, to her, there was an accident there, and there was this young man. Because from where you could see young man, he had already died. He was just there. And my husband had come and pick me. And when he was going, there was no accident. Between him coming to the airport, picking me, and he going back on that airport road, the road safety were already there. And road safety are always very efficient. I don't know whether it's that way in other states, but in Abuja, when they're sure, even in other places, where there's an accident, they're always on hand and coming. And it was just, they were trying to do this. They just left him there, by the side of the road. And I was like, and I just said to my husband, I said, his families are there, just going about their daily life. They don't know that their lives are about to change. They're going to get this devastating news. Just so sad. Thank you so much for watching.